Hey Orlando, it's Doug Packard with Real Living in Orlando, Florida. Look, I've been in the real estate game in this crazy town for over 30 years, and I've seen a lot of changes. But 2025, this year is different. We're not talking about another strip mall or another chain restaurant that'll be gone in 3 years. We're talking about massive shifts that are going to reshape how we live, work, play, and get around the city. Whether you're thinking about moving here from out of state, or you're already here and wondering if it's time to make a move within the metro area, these 5 changes are going to impact your wallet, your commute, and your quality of life. So let's cut through the hype and talk about what's really happening. All right, let's get the obvious one out of the way first. Universal's Epic Universe officially opened on May 22nd, 2025. And before you roll your eyes and say, great, more tourists, hear me out. This isn't just another theme park. Epic Universe is expected to generate $2 billion in year one alone. That's billion with a B. But here's what that means for you. The good news, thousands of new jobs across all skill levels. Over $300 million in new infrastructure improvements, including road extensions that'll help with our traffic nightmare. Property values are already climbing in surrounding areas. The reality check, traffic on I-4 and International Drive was already a disaster, expected to get worse before it gets better. The Kirkman Road extension opening in 2025 will help, but we're talking about millions of additional visitors annually. If you live south of the tourist corridor, your commute just got more complicated. My take? If you're looking to buy investment property, the areas around Epic Universe have already seen significant appreciation. But if you want to avoid the tourist chaos while still benefiting from the economic growth, the north side of town is looking pretty smart right about now. Thinking about relocating to Seminole County or the Orlando, Florida area? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have created the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research, and I've linked it down below. From top employers, schools, the best hospitals, and a boatload of other things that you need to know before making the move. The best part is this guide is 100% free. Just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. Hope that helps. Even if you're not a theme park junkie, this expansion means more tourism jobs and more demand for housing. And while the parks are south of downtown, a lot of the people who work there still choose to live north because, shocker, they also like less traffic and better schools. Downtown Orlando is getting a massive makeover, and I'm not talking about slapping some paint on tired buildings. West Court is a $500 million, 900,000 square foot mixed-use project breaking ground adjacent to the Orlando Magic's arena, featuring high-rise residences, a full-service hotel, office and meeting spaces, retail shops, a dynamic live events venue, and on-site parking, all steps away from Kia Center. But that's just the beginning. We're also getting Art Squared Park, Eola Food Hall, City Food Hall, and H-Mart is coming to Orlando. What this means? Downtown living is about to get a lot more attractive and expensive. The entertainment district is expanding beyond Church Street. More urban-style amenities for those who want city living. The catch? Parking downtown was already a nightmare. It's about to get worse. Property taxes in downtown districts are going to reflect these improvements. Count on construction noise and traffic disruptions for the next 2 to 3 years. Here's real talk. Downtown is becoming more livable, but it's still downtown. You want nightlife and walkability? Great. You want good schools and a quiet neighborhood where your kids can ride their bikes safely? Keep looking north. Now for the question of the day. For those of you who are thinking of moving to the Orlando area, where are you moving from, and what is the main reason you're leaving your current city and state? I'm truly curious. Make sure to leave your answer in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. Also, if you have any questions or thoughts, you can leave those in the comments below, or even better, text, call, or email me. My information should pop up on the screen. Here's something that's going to make all my Northside advocates very happy. While the rest of Orlando is dealing with more tourists and more traffic, Seminole County is launching something actually innovative. The Scout Microtransit System. Starting October 10th, 2025, Seminole County is launching Scout, which will replace most traditional Lynx bus routes with on-demand, door-to-door van service. Think Uber, but for public transit, and it's taxpayer funded. Here's how it works. You book a ride through the freebie smartphone app or call a dedicated phone line. There's a fleet of 35 all-electric Volkswagen ID Buzz vans. Yeah, they look as cool as they sound. Shared rides within defined service zones across Seminole County. It will have reduced fares for seniors, students, and income-eligible residents. Why this is a game changer? There's no more waiting at bus stops in Florida heat. The door-to-door service means actual convenience. County leaders expect it to increase Sunrail ridership, connecting you to downtown Orlando and beyond. The all-electric fleet means lower emissions and quieter operation. The real advantage? While Orange County residents are stuck with traditional bus routes that don't serve suburban neighborhoods well, Seminole County residents get personalized, on-demand transportation. This is especially huge for families with teenagers, seniors who don't drive, and anyone who wants to reduce their car dependency. My take? This is exactly the kind of forward-thinking infrastructure that makes the North Side attractive to young professionals and growing families. You get small-town community feel with big city transportation solutions. Meanwhile, Orange County is still trying to figure out how to move tourists around theme parks. Orlando's transportation network is getting its biggest upgrade in decades. And some of it is actually smart planning. Link's bus service is launching a dedicated route linking Disney Springs and Universal's Epic Universe, which means tourists might actually use public transportation instead of clogging our road. We're also getting Air France's new Orlando to Paris route, which sounds fancy but actually means more international business investment and tourist dollars flowing in. Hey guys, it's Doug Packard. As much as I love making these videos, there's one thing I love more. And that's helping families and people from all over the U.S. make the move here to Seminole County and the Orlando, Florida area. I've helped countless families make the move. So whether you're coming out next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen and linked in the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to Central Florida. In addition, TSA has introduced dedicated Families on the Fly lanes, Orlando International Airport, to streamline security screening for families traveling with children 12 and under. And unlike TSA PreCheck, you don't need to enroll or register with the TSA to utilize these lanes. Here's the infrastructure reality. There'll be new road connections around the Epic Universe area. I-4 will be improved, though improved is relative when you're talking about I-4. There'll be enhanced airport capacity to handle increased traffic. What you need to know? Better connectivity means easier access to job centers. International flight options make Orlando more attractive for corporate relocations. And public transit improvements mostly benefit tourist areas, not residential neighborhoods. My opinion? These improvements are focused on moving tourists around, not making your daily commute better. If you want actual transportation convenience for daily life, shorter commutes, better schools within walking distance, less dependence on I-4, the northern suburbs still win hands down. Here's where it gets interesting for anyone thinking about buying or selling. The tourism boom is creating a ripple effect through our housing market, but it's not playing out the way most people expect. Here's the reality of the south side of town. Properties near tourist attractions are seeing a huge appreciation, but they're also seeing increased traffic, noise, and short-term rental conversions. That's good for investors, challenging for families. The numbers don't lie. The average commute times from North Orlando to major employment centers, 25 to 35 minutes. Average commute from South Orlando during tourist season, 45 to 60 minutes. School ratings. Seminole County averages 7 to 9 out of 10. Orange County averages 5 to 7 out of 10. The North Side advantage? Seminole County schools consistently outrank Orange County. You get more house for your money, and there's easy access to employment centers without living in the tourist chaos or next to a vacation rental. Professionals want good schools and established neighborhoods with community feel. Communities like Lake Mary, Longwood, Oviedo, Winter Springs, and Sanford are attracting families who want Orlando access without Orlando problems. Straight talk. If you're moving here for a job or raising a family, don't get caught up in a tourism hype. The smart money is moving north, where you get better schools, less traffic, and more bang for your buck. Look, Orlando is changing rapidly, and if you're thinking of making a move, whether from out of state or within the metro area, timing matters. The tourism boom is great for the economy, but it's also creating challenges for residents. My advice? If you're relocating to Orlando, don't get caught up in the theme park proximity hype. You're better off keeping your distance. Focus on schools, commute times, and long-term livability. The north side of town offers the best combination of value, schools, and quality of life. If you're not in Seminole County or Maitland or Winter Park in Orange County, you're pushing your luck. These changes we talked about are happening now. Waiting means paying more later. Ready to make your move? I've been helping families navigate Orlando's market for over 3 decades. And I'll give you the straight story. No BS, no sugarcoating, no typical realtor rah-rah. Whether you're moving from across the country or across town, let's find you the right place at the right price. Check the description for my contact information, and don't forget to subscribe for more no-nonsense Orlando real estate insights. This is Doug Packard with Real Living in Orlando, Florida, where I tell it like it is so you don't regret where you live later. See you next video.